believe I ghosted y'all for a whole year, but your girl is back and we got a lot of catching up to do. I've been in a funk, like, yeah, say it's your last day of school.
Yay!
This is my last day of freedom. It is June. I'm about to show y'all the venue. What's up, y'all? Long time no talk, long time no see, it's just been a long time. This is my first time recording a YouTube video in over a year, and I'm glad to be back, but I definitely got to tell you guys where I've been and what's been going on, so you guys kind of know why I've been MIA. If you wanted to be nosy, you know what I'm saying? So honestly, I didn't think I was going to do a sit down video. I was trying to do like a vlog style, talking to y'all and using some of the footage I did last year, because I was still recording, but then eventually I just never posted it. But then it was like, I didn't really have enough footage. So eventually I had to like sit down. But I'm definitely going to throw in some clips here and there for you guys to see. But yeah, so let's just get right into it. Honestly, I know I've taken like YouTube breaks before, but yeah, this one was kind of like not planned, and it was just happening. It happened just because life was lifing and I really had no control, and I really lost all motivation to do any content. Yeah, like I just lost all my motivation. And you know how like social media is like this highlight reel of everybody's lives, and you know, all the good times, the positive moments, and they always say like people don't post their negative moments and people don't do this, which they don't. And like part of me, I wanted to, I actually like last year I was like, you know, I should record some moments just so I could like look back and see like the progress. But like when your motivation is so low and like you just don't have like the creative thoughts or just like the will to do it, it's just so hard. Like I'm not gonna just pick up the camera to not be saying anything. Like I had no desire to pick up the camera at all. Like there were times like I would try to do reels or like try to record something so I could put stuff together, and I just couldn't like be consistent. I didn't like want to vlog. Like, you know, you go out and you like want to vlog everything that you're doing. Like I had no desire. So yeah, there's a lot of reasons for that. I started my YouTube channel just wanting to share, like just share about what I was going through, my life, like being a mom. I honestly really wanted to share about being a mom, and I've always been open and honest with y'all. I've been posting consistently ever since then, like at least weekly. And like for me to just ghost y'all, I was like upset at myself, but it is what it is. And also like besides lifing, like I was definitely having creator burnout, like trying to keep up with trends. Like I wasn't in every trend or anything, but like your style of editing, and you know, you're doing all the aesthetic stuff because everybody else is doing the aesthetic stuff. Like it's easy to have imposter syndrome. So yeah, I'm glad I took that break. I know coming back, I'm just gonna get back to me. And I mean, just, you know, doing the Kel's way. But anyway, let's get into the story. Last year, 2022, okay? Went into 2022 very positive. I was searching for jobs. Carter was 3 last year. Things were going well. You know, the pandemic was not as bad. Yeah, and I was pretty much like telling y'all that I was ready to get back into my career path and ready to put Carter in school, okay? This is where shit went left. I finally found a school for Carter. I put him on a waiting list. He finally got accepted, I guess, or you know, whatever. He finally got accepted February. It was really Valentine's Day weekend. Valentine's Day week, I remember this. That was his first week of school, Valentine's Day. So he goes to the school. Before that, I was a stay-at-home mom. I mean, I guess technically I still am since I don't really have a job, but I was with Carter every single day for 3 years. Yeah, for 3 years. I was with him for every single day, and I needed him to go to school because I needed that break. Let me just give y'all a quick flashback of how I was feeling last summer of 2022. I can't remember if I told y'all, but Carter's not going to summer school. So I was debating on when I really wanted to talk about all of this. I feel like I'll probably really go more into detail in the future once we kind of get it more under control. But as of right now, if y'all been following, you know Carter started school February and now it is June. So really March, April, May. He had 3 good solid months because he started like the end of February and now he's done the beginning of June. So really he was in school for 3 solid months and he was doing good, and then like, you know, small things, and then it became just big things of him really not listening and, you know, doing a lot of things, and behavior wise it was just getting to be too much. And when I look back at it, I was like, wow, he's even transitioned even at home, like it's gotten worse. And you know, kids pick up stuff and like pick up things from other kids, and like who knows. And y'all know how y'all nephew is, you know what I'm saying? He got a big imagination and there's be a lot going on in that big brain of his. So I don't know, it was just a lot to handle for me personally, because y'all know I'm here by myself, and even though Corey is very much a part of everything that goes on, like he is still in another state, so it just be hard. So we decided to just take him out for the summer, partially right now. Trying to figure out when we're gonna go down there to visit him, because y'all know me, you know what I'm saying? I'm really trying to get some free time. But honestly, I've been thinking about like everything that's going on in the world and all the prices and the inflation, and like, one, I feel like I'ma just have to suck it up and have him home this summer, because literally it's not worth spending the money to send him at this point. Like, it's just not worth the money. And not even at that, it's not worth the gas. Like, it's not like he's there all day because of his behavior, so like it's not worth the money or gas, to be honest. So I don't really know what, we're like in the middle of figuring everything out. But yeah, so now he is officially on mom camp, okay, from 8 to 12. I'll say 8 to 2:30 because, you know, 12:30 to 2:30 is gonna be his nap time, but like 8 to 12. Today was my first time trying to be intentional yet again, kind of going back, like being a little bit more structured than how I was before, because we definitely did stuff before he went to school. But y'all know I'm not a structured person in that sense. Like, you know, 8:15 to 8:30 and 8:30, 8:45. I hate stuff like that. So yeah, we're trying that out. Today was a decent day, but we did run errands later in the day, so I don't know, y'all. But I know I've been chatting for a minute, so yeah, you will further see Carter here all day. I've been in a funk. Like, clearly y'all can see I'm not vlogging as much, and I've still been creating videos, but like I just been in a funk, like between motherhood just being exhausting and between this job search, y'all. Like, I'm like at my wit's end on certain days. Like, I just be over it. Like, not only do I have to deal with my child all day, but I gotta be broke at the same time. Like, I can't even have to be with my child all day but got money to do stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta be with my child all day and then be broke. Like, the struggle is real. It's real, y'all. And this job search has been for like 7 months at this point, so it's starting to get, it's been exhausting, but it's starting to get real draining. All right, so now y'all can see, like, you could just tell, like, I wasn't motivated. I was mentally drained. I was just tired. Like I said, Carter started school February. He was doing decent, like February, March, April. We went to Florida to see my dad in April, and we came back. Carter brought back an imaginary friend from Florida. And then when he went back to school, him and his imaginary friends were just doing a lot. His imaginary friend was just being really, really bad, and you know, everything was being blamed on him, you know. Yeah, so like then it was starting, like I had to pick him up. There was a few incidents where I had to pick him up early. You know, the listening ears weren't on. You know, just not going with the flow of the classroom, not listening to the teacher, not doing what he's supposed to do, being mean to the kids, pretty much being a little bully. And like, Carter is not around other kids, so I already knew it was going to be a big transition for him to just be around kids in general, because even when we go to the park, I was like always nervous because he was always so rough. And like, then it's like, it just took a turn for the left, y'all. So the imaginary friend was popping up in school. That was a problem. Then it was like he wasn't focusing on like the learning aspect, and actually he's like the youngest. I think he was like the youngest in his class, because everybody was pretty much turning 4 already, and Carter doesn't turn 4 until August. So everybody, there was like months of like gaps, which we were like, when I was talking to his director, she was like, you know, this really could just be because you know he is still a few months behind like in age wise, and like he just needs a few more months to like mature a little bit more and like get the program, and it is a change. But at the same time, like he was being very disruptive. Then it came to a point where they were kind of pulling me to the side. Now I think his class was like 20 kids and 2 teachers. So I mean, I've never been a teacher. I don't really know how that works. I can't even imagine watching 20 kids. And I think at that time there were a few kids that were having behavioral issues, but they brought to me pretty much that there's these programs in our area that are for kids who are having behavioral issues, and it could be ADHD, it could be all this other stuff. Yeah, so they wanted me to get him evaluated to see if he had ADHD or not, and that if he did, or whatever this behavioral program is, that they would bring in and like an assistant for him, which would be a person dedicated specifically to him to kind of keep him on task in the school classroom or whatever. Yeah, so my bad, my mom had to ask me a question. But anyway, so yeah, so I'm not really sure if this was like asked to every other parent or not, but it was just like it was just a line of like, I didn't really think he had it, but then I didn't want to be negligent and say, you know, you just never know. I don't know.
Do you want me to put this in the closet?
Okay, can you go back upstairs please, and mommy will call you when I'm done?
No. Hi.
Okay, do you have anything else you need to say?
Yes.
What?
I cuddle with my mommy.
You cuddle with your mommy? You got beef patty all on your face. Love you.
I love you too.
So that was like a whole thing, like me and Corey had to try to figure out. We did end up applying for the program, but then like his behavior pretty much got bad enough to where it was like they said he can't be here for the summer unless he's in that program, because it was just too much disruption. Mind you, he was only half days from February to most of April. I put he was from 8:30 to 1:30, and then for 2 weeks he was full-time. This was before the behavior got really bad, but it was for 2 weeks he was full-time, 8:30 to like, I think I picked him up 3:30, and I was like, oh my god, like I got freedom for the day. I felt good, like I was home, like I got some mental space and physical space, so I was like really excited. And then once the behavior got bad, then that pretty much got taken away from me, and it was like, well, he only needs to be half days right now until like these things get better. And then like I said, then it was whenever when preschool was done, he can't be here for the summer unless he's really in our program. I applied for the program, nothing really ever happens. And then, I mean, because me and Corey did not plan for him to not be in school for the summer, and Corey was working 2 jobs, and like I can't remember if we were planning on going to Savannah or not, but at the end of the day, like, it wasn't, the timing was not right. So then I was stressed out because like now I gotta be home I'm back to square one. I'm back home with him. I was trying to ship him off to Savannah so fast, y'all. Like, I'm like, Corey, please, like, I need you to take him. I need you to do something. Like, I'm about to ship him down there. Like, I can't do this. But I had to suck it up because he was working 2 jobs. His family all works. Like, we didn't prepare for like a camp or a daycare for him to go to, and all the things that Corey was looking at, like, they were already started and it was too late for enrollment. And then it was just like, oh, so, and I already was with y'all probably last time saying, oh, this is my last time in Savannah, I'm gonna come down here no more. And then I was like, nah, I gotta go back down there for me to get a half break because Corey still gotta work. So yeah, that's what we pretty much did. We was home, and then I think the end of July we went down because it was around Corey's birthday. So my brother was in Charlotte, we drove down, we went to Charlotte, then we went to Savannah, or Corey actually took us to Disney World in Florida, which was great. And then we came back to Savannah, and then we went back to Charlotte. So my mental, like, in general was just fried. Like, you know, as a single mom, as much as I show y'all about us co-parenting and we do our best, but from states away it's just so hard. Like, I just can't get a break. I'm with Carter 99% of the time, and I mean, Corey can only do but so much, you know, because he's so far. So it was just like, my mental was fried from motherhood. I'm super exhausted. My mental health is deteriorating, and like I was just really stressed out. And Carter was in like, you know, I think honestly 3s was worse than 2s, because he was just like, it was like you was just doing stuff but you know better, you know what I'm saying? Like you really know better. So last summer was definitely, it was a struggle mentally. Like I needed any break I could. And y'all know I live home with but my mom's at work 99% of the time. Like she's mostly at work all the time, so it's just like I didn't really get any break. So yeah, that was motherhood last summer. I can say right now for 2023, my mental with motherhood in general is a lot better, a lot better. Carter went back to school in August. We start school the end of August up here, and he was still half days. They wanted to start him slow because we weren't sure if the summer break helped him or not. And we had so many conversations with him, like, Carter, make sure, you know, you have to listen to your teacher, you have to do this, you have to put your listening ears on, you have to play nice. Like, we're having all these conversations all summer, like me, his father, his grandparents, his mom, and his aunties, like everybody. But he went back and he started off doing really, really good. And so he's been in school all this time. Ain't nobody get kicked out, okay? And he started off half days, and then once they were able, because they had a shortage on teachers, once they were able to get that together, he started full-time really like the week after or week before Thanksgiving. So he's been full-time ever since November. And everything, y'all, I drop him off at 8:30. I really don't pick him up till 5. I don't pick him up till 5 because I need a break. I don't want to see you until 5 o'clock. I gotta come home, be with you for them 3-ish hours, you know what I'm saying? Get dinner, get you together for the next school, and you going right back tomorrow. Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5, period. So yeah. So mentally, motherhood has been going great. Like, I think we have a good routine down now. And I mean, school has helped us a lot with routine. And yeah, I just feel a lot better, I think, in general. Like, I mean, I do get annoyed still because he's still a child and, you know, kids get on your nerve. But like, I'm not mentally exhausted from motherhood all day, which has been great. Now, transitioning into the next topic, which will be the job search, the most draining thing, well, I guess behind motherhood, that I've been like, oh my gosh, I can't. Now, I mean, my undergraduate, when I graduated, I was very blessed and was already like, I had a job secured. I went to Savannah, had my career already started. This time around, but you can't go outside by yourself. If you give mommy 15 minutes, then mommy will come outside with you, okay?
Okay, I'll give 15 minutes.
Yeah, so this time just getting my master's, graduating May 2021. Okay, took the break for the summer, started doing my job search in October. Yes, October of 2021. All the way till now, okay? The pandemic drastically changed my whole like plan and everything, because I wasn't even able to get like an internship or anything while I was in school. Then I needed that mental break that summer after I graduated school, and then like, because I was out of the workforce for so long, and because I am a stay-at-home mom and I don't have like support for anybody else to pick him up or drop him off, he wasn't in daycare yet, like there were so many things. So either I could only do like a part-time job that was like something, which okay, or I would do something remote. But then like my mental exhaustion from being a mom all day and Carter not being a quiet child, I didn't want to have a remote job where I'm talking all day and then like I'm trying to tell him to be quiet all day. Like, that just wasn't gonna work for us. And I just want to put out there also that like I said, I do live with my mom. My mom is very financially supportive of me, so I wasn't in a position where I had to and at all means take any job because I needed financial support, if that makes sense. Like, I had leeway on, is this job good or not? So I have gotten job, I would say, offers, but they would be so low. The money would be so low, and it's just like, I just got my master's. Like, I'm not settling for $10 an hour. Like, I'm sorry, it's just no. Like, there's just certain things I'm just not doing. And because I already had a salary job and I was already, you know, a manager, there's just, I don't mind going backwards, but it's only but so much backwards I'm gonna go. So if you have the question of, well, you could get any job, like, yes, I know. But yeah, it just has to make sense. It has to make sense and not be so far of a stretch. Like, if I'm gonna have to, you know, make all these arrangements with Carter and stuff, it better be worth the money. So that's why I wasn't able to get a job a lot of times. A lot of times the money wasn't right, or it was too much, or, you know, the time restrictions. Last year, I think around, like, yeah, the summertime. So once the whole summer thing with Carter with school, I pretty much really dropped down from applying for jobs because it was just mentally exhausting. I was tired, I was discouraged. It was no after no after no, you know, interviews or anything, and it was just really stressful. I redid my resume, reached out to people, like, it was just a lot going on. So mentally I couldn't do it anymore. And then by the fall time, I tried a little bit more, but it just wasn't working. And then my brother, my dad, and everybody was like, oh, well, why don't you just do Uber Eats or DoorDash or whatever. So I think I applied for DoorDash like around July. And then, because my dad is just like, you could just DoorDash with him the car. You could DoorDash with him the car. I'm just like, I really don't want to, but whatever. But it was full around this area. And then once Carter went to school, it was like perfect timing. Carter went to school, boom, DoorDash was like, oh, okay, we got openings. So I'm like, bet. Now, then I started DoorDashing literally Labor Day weekend. First time I ever did it. So I would DoorDash while he was in school. Drop him off at 8:30 and then DoorDash until 1:30 until I pick him up, and then we just come home. I've been DoorDashing ever since. So honestly, like, me DoorDashing has been good because I really get the flexibility, one, to do my schedule and do it when I want to do it and when I can. So now that he's full-time, I literally just have my set days on when I DoorDash from 8:30 to 5. And that's just the best thing for me now until I really found a salary job, because I make the same DoorDashing that I would like working, I don't know, a remote like assistant position. Like, I pretty much make $20 an hour. For me, it's good enough as pocket money to pay my bills and just have like extra side money for whatever I need, instead of actually, and still creating my own schedule around what I need to do. If I need to take a weekend off or whatever the case is, I can do that instead of actually like having this job where I have to clock in and out. And it's not even stressful. Like, I mean, it's a lot on your car, obviously, but besides that, it's not stressful. I don't have to like do the whole dealing with guests and answering phones, and like, I don't have to do all of that, and I make pretty much the same pay. So that has been good, but obviously I still want a salary job, and I want to keep DoorDash because that could be a good side hustle. But I'm still in the search for finding my salary job and still redoing my resume and like tweaking all these things. But I mean, it's just been a lot. And then some other stuff happened to end, which I'll talk about in a minute, that kind of just stopped me from applying for jobs once again. But this year, since 23 has started, I started applying for jobs in February. I've had like 3 or 4 interviews, and they all have gone well, but I've gotten no job. So you see what I'm saying? Like, I'm still back at square one, and I'm just like praying. Like, I feel like this last year I've been trying to really build my faith and like really say whatever, you know, understand and really, truly believe like whatever God's will is for my life, like it will happen. And I know it's in his timing, and it's a struggle because it's like I pray to him every time, like, God, please, like, let me get this job, please. If this is the job that you want me to have, allow me to get it. And then I don't get it, and I just be like, is this because you really don't want me to have this job? Do you got something better for me? Like, it's just annoying because you don't know when the timing is. You don't, but you have to just believe. Like, I honestly believed all this time that I have not been able to get a job, God was doing this for a reason. Like, I truly believe like he was protecting me, and allowing me to really embrace this time of being a stay-at-home mom with Carter, because I will never get this time again, honestly, once I start working and him really being in school. So I think there was a lot of reasons why I haven't been able to really land what I needed to and what I know I can land. But yeah, the Lord is really watching over that whole thing. So I'm trying to stay positive, but there is an up and down. Like, there's times where I'm applying for like 20 jobs a week, and then there's weeks like right now, like I haven't applied for a job in probably like a month. because it's just too, I just need a break from it. It's mentally exhausting. And also the area that I'm in, Poconos, is just like, it's not a lot of jobs, like variety of jobs around here anyway. So this market is really hard. And y'all know I come from hospitality, and like hospitality right now is not a perfect fit because they want you to work all nights and weekends, and like I just can't do that. I can't do that. Even though I have a great support system, everybody else work jobs, and that's putting them into a box. So it's just like a lose-lose situation, and it's annoying. Next thing, let me think. Love life. Honestly, this is not even a segment because my love life is honestly non-existent. Last year, you know what I'm saying, I reconnected with somebody, and it just didn't work out. It was fun while it lasted though. It was real fun, but it just didn't go where I thought it was gonna go. So I'm back to square one. I'm saying, remember after I had Carter, I was not talking to anybody, I wasn't dating, I was celibate, I was all these things, and then what, 2021 I think I started dating, and I just feel like my love life I'm not meeting the right people. I don't even meet bad men. I just think I don't meet the men that are for me. That's what I'm gonna just say. They're not even bad, they're not terrible. It's just that I don't meet the man. I have not met my husband, you know what I'm saying? Like I have not met a man that's really gonna fight for me, want to show that he want to be with me. I haven't met those men, or the emotionally available men. You know, those are the men I haven't been able to tap into. So yeah, I think right now I just need to get back to focusing on me, because honestly, when I feel like dating distracts me too as well, and then it's a whole thing. So I'm tired of being distracted. I'm trying to get back to myself, trying to get back focused on what's important right now. Importance is Carter and a job, okay? Throw the whole love life in the trash. The last thing that really stopped me from just being on social media was my grandma. If you've been watching my vlogs like over the years, you know, like I go to Jersey, we go to my grandma's house, my cousin Asia and Zach and Z are all there. They all live in that house together. And my grandma, we were trying to get her to move last year because she just needed to, like, she needed something new. I mean, honestly, depression was a big part of her life, and like, yeah, I don't want to go into too much, but she has been depressed for a long time, honestly, ever since her mom passed, which was like when I was in like 7th grade. And I think, you know, as I gotten older, I've looked and I'm like, me and my family have been blessed to not experience a lot of loss, you know. But, you know, as you're growing and you know people are not here forever. And so I definitely always have tried to cherish every moment, especially with my grandparents, my grandmothers, and just like speak to them whenever I can, talk to them multiple times a week, you know, see them when we can, like, because you just never know when that time is. And my grandma was literally here, we were with her and everything, and then around October, literally everything, I had COVID. Everybody in this household had COVID besides my brother, and then she just got sick, and then we went to it was like a whole back and forth to the hospital, and then she passed away the day after Thanksgiving. Man, oh man, I mean, it was really hard because a part of me is at peace, and actually at that time I was at peace because one, we were with her through that whole process of going back and forth, so it's not like I didn't get to be by her side and I didn't get to say how I felt, or I didn't, you know, I was there, like me and my family were there, so I didn't have that like bad feeling. But also because she's not suffering anymore, and I just know that she's in a better place. So for me, it was just like I didn't know how to process it. Like I don't want to say I was happy. Like I was at peace, but I was also sad. Like you're at peace that she's not suffering, that she's in a better place, God is watching over her, but you're just sad in life because like your grandparent is gone. Like you will never see them again. Yeah, so that has been hard to navigate, especially because I'm not like a super, you know, I try to tell, I don't want to say I don't have emotions. I do have emotions, but I don't like cling on to my emotions all the time. So it was just kind of hard. Like, and then like my grieving process, I don't even know what my grieving process is, to be honest. Like these last few months, I think I was just operating in a place where, like, I knew what happened, but sometimes, like, say I could be driving and I just have a flashback of everything has happened and it gets me so upset. And it's just like, wow, I can't believe all that happened. But it's not like I dwell on it every single day. I miss my grandmother a lot. I miss her so much. And you know what's crazy? My son, Carter, was there for some of the process because I didn't want to scar him on everything that was happening, taking him to the hospital, seeing her in certain ways. Like, I didn't want to do that. But he did see her, like, parts when she was okay. And he literally can, like, vividly remember it. And he just, literally, I'm not joking, every day he says, Mommy, I miss Gigi. I miss Gigi. So it's been good and bad because, like, well, it's been good because I've been able to, one, like, foster this, like, conversation with Carter of knowing, like, people aren't here forever, you know. Make sure you cherish the people that are here, your support system, your family, your friends. But also, like, to build faith, build his spirituality, because I mean, y'all see that, like, we watch church. We don't go to church, but we watch church, and like that environment has been good for him to see that. And like, I see that he picks up on things because he, even though he's not paying attention, he be still hearing stuff. And then too, like, we talk about God a lot and just understanding, you know, like, that people go to heaven, and that even though she's not physically here, she's always in your heart. You can pray and talk to her anytime you want to, which has been, like, so cute to see. But it is very emotional at the same time. Like, I can be okay, and then he brings her up and I'm just like, oh my God. Then I'm getting teary-eyed, and like, we're just talking about her. So it's like, it's healthy. I think honestly, Carter has helped me kind of like through my grieving process of just like the love that he has. And like, that's been amazing to see. Like, honestly, this is my first birthday without my grandmother, and it was just really rough because a lot of times I see her on my birthday or like around that weekend or something. And even though I knew going into my birthday that she wasn't here, it's like he brought her up on my birthday, and he was like, I said, yeah, this is my first birthday without her. And he said, oh, Mommy, I'm so sorry. And then we ended up praying. We literally were in my room on our knees praying and talking to her. And like, the things he was saying was just like, oh, sorry. The things he was saying was just so heartfelt. And it was just a lot. It's just like, wow. Look at me raising this little human being that's like in touch with so much. I mean, but you know, a part of it too is crazy because I think like he understands what has happened, but at the same time, I think sometimes he thinks she's coming back. And that's also another difficult conversation of, you know, like, she won't be here physically, but she's always, she's watching you every day. Whew, so yeah, that, and holidays, y'all, like, first of all, it's Mother's Day. Tomorrow's Mother's Day. This is gonna be our first Mother's Day without her. We literally just with her last year. I know my mom is just, I know she's gonna go through it. And my family, like, we're all gonna go through it kind of this weekend, but it's just been a lot. So that process kind of definitely threw me off, and I think everybody's grieving in their own way, and me just trying to be, you know, here for my mom, my brother too. Like, it's just been a lot. And yeah, my grandmother is in heaven. I only got one grandparent left, my other grandma, my dad's mom, and just trying to just cherish. So yeah, since she passed, it's been a lot just going on with family. Like, honestly, the stuff that we have been having to do with the house and going to Jersey, and like, it's been a lot, which I mean, that aspect I won't share with y'all because that's just personal family business. But it's just been a lot of like changes, and things. So yeah, that really hurt because holidays are so important to me, especially Christmas, and all of that is because of my grandma. Like, we have spent every year like with her, and I know this year, like even last year, it was like, it was not the same. It wasn't the same, and it was just so hard. But you know, you just got to try to make a new normal, I guess. And I know this is gonna be another Christmas and Thanksgiving, especially this Thanksgiving, it's gonna be hard. I don't even know what we're planning on doing and what we're gonna do, but yeah, y'all. So that was my 2022. It was a beautiful year. Now let me not be sarcastic. I mean, it was ups and downs. Like, me and my brother, there were positive moments, you know, like I said, Corey took us to Disney World. We traveled a little bit, went to Charlotte, and I appreciated all of that. Like, Corey be doing his thing. Me and my brother had our graduation party. It was fun. We had a good time. Look at my hair. I'm loving it. So we are here. We just finished setting up. We just got the food out the car. So we about to start our party. Oh, so cloudy today. I'm about to show y'all the venue. Y'all, very minimal. We just want to have like a chill cookout type vibe. And this is what it looks like. You got all the plates and stuff.
All my plates.
Oh my god. You like it? I was trying to get a taste testing, but I didn't get to it. So we gonna see. Alright. Right? No?
Can we get a round of applause for the graduates?
I just know that last year was a hard year. It was a super hard year. And I feel like this year is going a lot better, but it's still been kind of like funky. So that's where I've been, y'all. I have been struggling in this life, and I'm praying that God turns a lot of things around and that things change. But I do, listen, I'm gonna be 30 next year. I didn't do nothing for my birthday this year, which was actually relaxing. Actually, y'all, I stayed home and I didn't even have a drink. Okay, you know, your girl has always, and you know what, last year I was drinking a lot. I haven't really drank this year. Like, I'm so proud of myself. Like, and honestly, I don't think I was alcoholic, but I wasn't an alcoholic in the sense of I needed to drink every single day. Like, that wasn't it. But I did drink when you know, stuff was just happening. But I have been way better this year. A lot less drinking. I barely like have drinking, honestly. And I don't even, my body doesn't even feel that great when I do. So I haven't been chilling. But yeah, y'all. So I think I definitely want to get back into creating content at a slow pace when I'm ready and to share with you guys. And I just want to see the evolution from this year to next year, because next year I'm gonna be 30. I'm super excited for that. But there are a lot of things that I'm trying to plan and do for next year. So my priorities this year, definitely being debt free. Well, I won't be debt free by the end of the year, but working on getting my debt down, getting a new car, and updating some things in the house. So I'm excited to show you guys that. I have been recording like in the last month or so, so there are definitely some videos I'll be coming soon. But yeah, y'all, I'm in a lot, I would say like 50% better than last year. You know, things are still hard every once in a while, good week, bad week, but I think I'm just in a better place. So yeah, that is it. Anything else I want to say? Oh yeah, and another thing, my brother came home, and that's been, I think that was another adjustment for me, because you know, I've been home with Carter by myself. So it's like, even though my mom lives here, this was like my house, you know what I'm saying? Now my brother came back and it was just like, I love him, I do. But yeah, that was another adjustment. That kind of like, oh God, it was just different. And he really came back because it's so crazy. He literally told us he was coming back just because he wanted to come back and help my grandma and just kind of like pretty much be here for the family. And then my grandma ended up passing away, and he was just saying like God was just telling him to come back. And look at that. I mean, I'm glad he did, because he would have been so far not been able to be like here for everything. So I mean, I'm glad he's back. But yeah, so just adjusting to all three of us living back in the house again has been a lot. But yeah. Oh, my stomach is growling. No, I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, so thank y'all for listening to this long ass video of where I've been at. I've missed y'all, and I will be back soon. But until next time, I will see y'all in the next one. Bye guys, see you next time.
Bye bye.